Coming up on Torrance Today, for the first time, a family honors 3 generations of military heroes through our banner recognition program. Get ready to ditch your cars tomorrow for Bike to Work Day and fill up your summer with lots of fun activities. It's registration time for camps and classes. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Wednesday, May 18th. We're more than halfway through the week. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. This is a special time of the year for our city to celebrate our hometown heroes. And for the first time, there are 3 generations of one Torrance family who are being honored through our Hometown Heroes Military Banner Recognition Program. Kazumi Iguchi, David Iguchi, and Chris Iguchi each represents a unique category: veterans who have passed away, veterans who have served, and those who are currently serving. We reached out to their sponsor, Stacy Toji, who shared their stories with us.
I was born and raised in Torrance, and so throughout the years I've seen the banners, all throughout Torrance. And when I saw it last year, it triggered something in my mind. I said, you know what, we should really submit our family for this. My grandfather, Kazumi Eguchi, he was in the Army and he served during the Korean War, which inspired my uncle, David Eguchi, to serve in the Navy. And he was a military Navy man. He was in active duty and the reserves for almost 25 years. And because of his service, he inspired his son, my cousin Chris Eguchi, to serve as well. So he's currently at the U.S. Naval Academy in Maryland. I'm so proud to be able to see their banners up on Torrance Boulevard in the city where all of us grew up in. It's really inspiring all the generations. So, I'm sure we'll have future generations of armed forces as well.
You can learn more about the Iguchi family service to our country on upcoming episodes of Weekends in Torrance. You can also watch a special video we made featuring all of our hometown heroes from this year's banner program. Just go to torranceca.gov/salute. This weekend, we can recognize Stacy's family as well as others at the city's Salute to the United States Armed Forces events. On Friday, the Torrance Civic Chorale will hold a free concert at the Ken Miller Recreation Center. They will feature music that reflects on the challenges of the past 2 years and acknowledges the steadfast dedication of our armed forces. It begins at 7:30 p.m. and admission again is free. Then on Saturday, the Patriotic Concert in the Park featuring the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band will take place at Wilson Park starting at 2 p.m. To learn more about this year's celebrations, visit torranceca.gov/salute. Well, it's National Police Week, and the Torrance Police Department is paying special recognition to law enforcement officers who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Torrance Police honored 4 of their own who lost their lives while protecting our community. They are Sergeant William Robert Lewis, whose end of watch was on August 23, 1959. Officer David Siebert, end of watch August 10, 1967. Officer Gary Ripstein, end of watch December 22, 1968. And Officer Thomas Keller, end of watch April 17, 1986. The police department also shared this quote from Thomas Merton on social media: "Peace demands the most heroic labor and the most difficult sacrifice. We are thankful to our officers' dedication to keeping us safe." Tomorrow is Bike to Work Day. That means if you can, ditch your cars and pedal to your jobs. Biking is a great way to spend time outdoors and burn some calories. City leaders encourage those who are planning to bike to work to make a pit stop in front of City Hall between 6 and 8 a.m. for light refreshments. They can also catch a free ride on Torrance Transit as long as they board with their bike or bike helmet. Studies show that biking can reduce transportation carbon dioxide by 10%. The League of American Bicyclists say about 40% of trips taken in the U.S. are less than 2 miles. Definitely a bikeable distance. Today is the first day of the city's summer camp registration. The camps run between June 20th and August 12th. There are several options for children based on age and preferences. There is Fun Camp at Greenwood for those ages 6 to 11, Teen Camp at Greenwood for 12 to 14-year-olds, and Sports Camp for those 8 to 14. Each camp session runs for 2 weeks and is filled with fun activities for participants, including arts, crafts, and field trips. To learn more, visit torranceca.gov/daycamps. And the city has more classes for students of all ages. I've always wanted to take a ceramics class, and that's being offered again. If you're looking to stay active, there are lots of fun dancing classes from ballet to Zumba, and more options for sports such as pickleball, tennis, and swimming. My mom used to like her yoga classes, and music lovers can learn a variety of instruments, including the guitar and the piano. For a full list of classes, check out the summer 2022 edition of the Torrance Seasons catalog at torranceca.gov/class registration. LA County may move into a higher risk category for COVID-19. Public health officials say COVID-19 infections and hospitalizations are going back up, especially among 12 to 17-year-olds. LA County Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer predicts that our region will move into the medium risk category as designated by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. She also says jumps in cases are especially noticeable in retail store settings, manufacturing plants, and elementary and high schools. Experts also say traveling is increasing COVID-19 concerns. The latest CDC guidelines recommend getting tested before and after a flight. Public health officials continue to urge everyone to stay on top of their vaccinations and boosters. The average gas price in LA County reached another all-time high today. It rose 2.3 cents to $6.09. Prices crept up in our area for 21 straight days now. The Automobile Club of Southern California says the continuous spike is a result of the high cost of oil. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, crude oil accounts for more than half of the price that we are seeing at the pump. For the best deals in Torrance, you can visit Costco. Regular gas was $5.45 at last check. And if you don't have a Costco card, Arco on Prairie Avenue is at $5.49, and Arco on Sepulveda Boulevard is at $5.51. Memorial Day is right around the corner, and if you are traveling, make sure to plan ahead. AAA predicts this to be the fourth busiest Memorial Day weekend on record. This news comes despite rising inflation and record high gas prices. About 3.1 million people are expected to travel in Southern California, 5 million statewide, and more than 39 million across the country. 2.6 million SoCal travelers are expected to hit the roads, and AAA encourages those taking a road trip to get their vehicles inspected beforehand. Some of the most popular destinations for Memorial Day weekend include Las Vegas, Grand Canyon National Park, Santa Barbara, and Mexico. Wherever you are visiting, we wish you safe travels. California is getting a new state park for the first time in more than a decade. The state will acquire a former farm property in the San Joaquin Valley called Dos Rios Ranch. It's located southwest of Modesto. Governor Gavin Newsom noted that $5 million for the new park was included in his revised budget proposal. The property will be donated by River Partners, a conservation group that has been helping to restore the site over the past decade. It features beautiful landscape, including willows and valley oaks. This would become California's 280th state park and the first edition since 2009. The park could expand with trails, picnic areas, and other basic amenities over the next 5 years, followed by campgrounds in the next 10 years. New technology developed by wildlife scientists can show our home's wildfire risk. A nonprofit group called First Street Foundation collaborated with wildlife scientists to create a first-of-its-kind model to assess wildfire risks. The model uses government data from the U.S. Forest Service, topography from the U.S. Geological Survey, and fire behavior models to calculate a fire risk assessment score. The score is called fire factor and ranges on a scale of 1 to 10. A high-ranking place is a home with a more than 1 in 3 chance of a wildfire over the next 30 years. There are about 100,000 properties at risk of wildfire in Southern California, and experts expect that number to grow. Nearly a quarter of all homes in LA County are considered to be at risk. To learn more, visit riskfactor.com. The website also shows that many parts of Torrance may also be prone to flooding. Well, still ahead, it's Wellness Wednesday. We're checking in with Torrance teens to see how they are spending Mental Health Awareness Month so far when we come back in 60 seconds.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. If you could see you through my eyes instead of your ego, I believe you'd be surprised to see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to leave you with a positive story from our community that fits the theme for the day. On this Wellness Wednesday, we're getting an update from our teens at the Attic on how they are spending Mental Health Awareness Month so far. They share some great activities that are inspiring me to pick up a new hobby or two. For example, they made DIY stress balls out of balloons that they can squish when they get stressed out. The teens also made sensory bottles with different colors and glitter, and they did some journaling as well. It looks like the covers of their journals have motivational sayings on them too. These are great examples of things we can all try at home. And tomorrow they're planning to do some music therapy, letting their favorite tunes uplift them. I do that as well when I wind down at the end of the day. Thank you so much to our students for sharing their activities with us. For more information on the Attic Teen Center, go to torranceca.gov/theattic. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.